not saying this would be great, but, just to give them a little more.
Yeah,
What if they get sick? Just go to a hotel for a weekend. And Dad will be sick.
He can't. He can't take work off. So that's part of the problem.
Kind of. You have so many people.
He cannot. If his route gets dropped, it's like an $800 fee.
But other people can cover that route, yeah?
I don't like not having to work unless I absolutely
Listen,
have
I'm just
to.
trying to find a solution.
Yeah,
if everything's a no.
I've talked to him about it before because I have very bad panic attacks. I mean, even
I do too. I get it.
My mom has offered, like, if she were to get sick, like, she'll go
There you
pick
go.
her up.
So go do that.
But I'm afraid that she's not going to be available, and then she's gonna be like, well, you're gonna just have to go get her, be a mom.
I mean, no offense. I mean, I'm just gonna say this. Just my panic disorder holds me back. That sucks for me. But if my panic disorder held back a loved one and living their life, that's not acceptable. I don't get that choice and control. Yeah. I don't think you should either.
No, I've thought about this a lot.
I don't think it's time for any more thinking. I think it's time to bye, kid. Go leave the house. Yeah. It's just kind of just this is a step that needs to be taken. And also, the longer you put this off, the same with me getting on a plane, the longer you put it off, the harder it's going to be. You're never even going to allow them to leave the house in middle school if we're continuing, if we're this far, dug deep at 6.
Right now, I don't leave the house in the winter. I try not to. At any point, if I need to leave the house, it's going to be a panic attack.
And the kid?
She has shown, like, symptoms of being afraid of germs.
Well,
and
probably because of you.
Yeah, it does break my heart.
This. I don't think we can allow this.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? I'm sorry that we haven't gotten into finances, but this is.
My mom thinks it's ridiculous. Or not, like, she's not mean about it.
I understand the panic disorder, and I understand your things.
And I do feel like I'm holding her back.
You are holding her back. It's not a feel.
Right.
You're already getting her into a phobia.
That's what I'm afraid of.
6.
Yes. I'm afraid that she's going to have my phobia. And it's so hard to live with. Like, I do not want her to have that.
You're saying that, but you are causing it. So just stop. When you get home, I'm sorry.
What? No, I know. And I've heard it before, and it sucks. But yeah.
What do you think about this, dude?
I try to help her not be that much panicky.
What? Well, that's not gonna happen. It's really not.
I know.
It's more she needs to work on coping mechanisms and go through therapy aggressively, essentially. But even still, regardless of your feelings, you can't just hold someone back. That's what I want your opinion on. Your kid's not leaving the house, and they're developing a phobia at 6 because of this. What do you think, dude?
Well, it's smart for her to wash her hands and stuff after going to the bathroom, and
Who the said it wasn't? What are you talking about? I think there's a difference between leaving the house and washing hands.
Well, we do leave the house.
I leave the house doesn't mean I wipe my ass with my hands and rub it places.
Right. No, the things that I'm seeing are like she would, she has to wash her hands. She has to do this, which like isn't bad at the moment, but in a 6-year-old it can become compulsive. And that's what I've heard also, yes. And so, like, I have talked to him about it. So what are we doing?
What's the solution? What the are we doing, guys? This is insane.
Right. I have always wanted him... Were we even going to
talk about this? This isn't even on the list, is it?
No, this is probably not. Well, I knew that it was probably going to come up once it was send her... I knew somebody was going to say send her to school. You know what I mean? Like... Yeah, because my mom says
again, I'm okay with homeschooling. It's not necessarily...
Yeah, she is pretty far ahead, but I'm worried about her social ability.
Yes, okay, you said she goes out and does stuff. What is that?
She has gymnastics. We have...
she's going to get sick during that as well.
She wears a mask.
You make her?
I make her wear a mask, yes.
Oh, please.
We wear a mask if we're, like, in the cities.
In the cities?
Yeah. Like, no matter what time of the year it is. Like, she's wearing a mask if we're in a large crowd of people.
If she was immune compromised, I would understand. If it was the middle of a pandemic, I would understand.
Right, but it's not anymore.
You're just like, I don't want to see her throw up. Yeah. So I'm going to force her to... Hold on. This isn't... No, she will literally start to be, like, judged by other people and isolated.
Well, I guess
feel so bad. She's not here, is she?
No.
I feel so bad for her. Wait, how'd you get here?
On a plane.
Was this a big step for you?
Yeah, we wore
I know
masks.
it's not winter.
It sounds crazy. We wore masks and I wiped down our plane seats. But
What about this?
I'm fine like this. But it's like the large groups of people that I'm afraid of. Like planes are really scared. Like I get really scared on planes, especially because of the feeling people throw up. I had headphones in. If I don't hear it, it's not happening.
I'm just trying to. What the? This isn't. It's just not fair to her. You can't do this. You cannot push your issues onto her.
No, and
You
like
really
there's.
can't.
I don't think
But
there's
you
anything wrong with like being cautious of like touching your mouth and face in public and stuff. But I know that I take it a step further.
A step.
During COVID, it was a lot worse.
Did that
The
heighten?
pandemic.
Oh, so she was actually in daycare. I was working. I was a single mom. And she
is it not biologically yours?
I adopted our daughter.
Yeah, she
once we got
adopted.
married.
He adopted.
That's
our daughter.
wonderful. That's
Yes.
beautiful. Okay.
So I mean, I had the fear then, but I didn't think about it all the time until it happened while she was in daycare. Like she got sick while she was in daycare, and then I was fine after. But then COVID hit, and I had to stop working because daycare wasn't open, and I never went back because we got married, and now I'm a stay-at-home mom. And so I know that I'm digging a hole deeper in my OCD by...
You're making it worse because you're just not confronting it anyway.
Right. And
I've done the same for mine, but again, I'm not forcing anyone else to do anything because of it.
Right.
You can't do this. You can't do this. I don't know. What's the solution, guys? Because we need to move on from this and go to the finances, but what is the solution? Because I feel so bad for her, and this is not
would either be able to have him on call to leave work, or I would be able to ask my mom to, like, if she ever does get sick, to come get her to pick her up from school.
If you don't allow your kid to go outside without being completely separated by everyone with again, if something's like raging across the world, I get, that's not bad. It's just you're separating her from everyone, essentially.
Right.
You're making it hard for them to read her face and just have those human interactions.
Right.
And you're not allowing her to go to school. Again, if there was a different reason, okay. But, like, I will personally come up there and vomit on your face if you do not, like, allow her to just leave the house.
We do. Like,
okay. There is one more thing that I want to bring up. Part of the reason she is homeschooled, and it is not the only reason, is my OCD.
She's online homeschooled.
She's online homeschooled.
I'm just talking social interactions.
Yes, but she is very far ahead. She can read books.
Maybe she'll skip a grade. Like, that's great.
Right.
It's great. I just want she cannot enter the workforce. She cannot enter college.
I don't want her to end up like me.
If she goes outside and it's 25 and we've cured every illness in the world or something, but yet she is just like wearing a hazmat suit everywhere.
Right.
We go to the grocery store or we bring her to the movies or bowling. We don't put the mask on.
Then why gymnastics?
Because it's full of kids.
You should see the kids that we see.
No, they're disgusting. Kids are gross.
Yeah.
Kids are gross in general.
Right.
It's weird mixing business and family.
I do set boundaries.
No,
But family is hard. Family gets emotional.
Part of the reason they moved out is because they were getting in fights about who's working more, how many hours they're getting, blah, blah, blah.
Great.
No, I blame my sister personally.
What? Those
No.
are two completely different things.